Peace, peace. Welcome back to the Space Beyond Infinity, where there are no limitations. I am the spirit guide of this realm, Mystic, and I'm back with another vlog, y'all. Hi, how y'all doing? I'm just drinking me some water from my bowl. I need a new cup, y'all. I need a new mommy glass. I need a new mommy glass. So today, hopefully, I make it to Walmart on time. But anyway, I wasn't able to actually do a video for y'all yesterday to tell y'all some things, y'all. Well, I went to Walmart the other day, and I actually ended up talking to my mom before I walked out the door, so I stayed home later than I was trying to. So by the time I was leaving, the sun was going down, which was fine because I'm used to leaving out of the house around that time and going to the playground or to Walmart, so I wasn't tripping. Um, the playground, it be lit up, it be having lights. It's lights all the way there. There's always police patrolling this area. And Walmart is literally across the street from a jail. So there's always police all the way through. Pretty much. You'll see a police car somewhere. So I wasn't tripping. I don't be tripping about leaving at night. I feel very safe in my neighborhood, and I feel very safe on the route that I take to walk to Walmart. But yeah, so we stopped at the Oxo to pick up our money on the way, which we usually do. Oxo is a convenience store near our house. We stopped by the one with the pastries in it, and y'all, the lady had just pulled out the chocolate pastries. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. I was like, oh, and she looked at me, and I started laughing because I'm like, yes, I love those ones. Those are my favorite, and it was coming out fresh. They wasn't warm because they let them cool down before they put them in the thing, but it was fresh still. So hopefully they got some more when I go back, but I don't know. I'll see. Um, Hopefully they do. And then they have these like sugar cinnamon donuts too. For the first time I ever seen them, and I got the kids some of those, and I should have got me one, but I got me three of the chocolate pastries, so I didn't get myself a donut, and I got the kids the donuts, so they can have donuts. But we still share, one of the chocolate pastries together, or whatever. But yeah, so we stood in line to get our money, and um the kids are standing, kind of next to me, kind of behind me a little bit. And it's the man that's in line behind us talking to us. Well, they're not standing behind me, but they're like, next to me. Oops. They're next to me. I'm naked. And so the man behind me is talking to them. And I hear them talking and stuff. And then I look down at my kids, and the man got Raji by her wrist. Because I hear Carter say no. I look down, he holding on to Raji's hand. And he's like, he playing with them, but why are you grabbing my child? So Carter's like, no. He grabbed Raji's arm and he pulled her back, like, no, stranger danger. And he pulled her, he started pushing her towards me, like, no, stranger danger. And then the man said something to Carter, and he's like, you're a stranger. So I was so proud of my son because he know. Like, I didn't even have to, before I could even say anything, he's like, no, like, you're a stranger. Do not touch my sister. Like, no, what the fuck is you doing? I was so proud of my baby. He did a good job. So I was like, wow, that was weird because, like, I don't know. I was just getting like a weird vibe after that. I was like, this shit weird because, the man grab on my baby hand like nobody ever did that shit. And Carly like no stranger danger. So I'm like, boom, that put me on alert. Like, I'm like, now I gotta just be mindful for the rest of our time being out tonight, because that just set the tone for the night. Like, shit's gonna get weird. Let me be on alert. So we go to the playground, all they playing, having fun, whatever. It's these girls in the neighborhood. Well, it's girls and boys. They be a family, but the girls was the only ones that was out tonight that I saw. And they know my kids. So every time they be out, I just hear them, Twaji, hey Twaji. They be like, Twaji. So so I heard them calling her and stuff, and they came to the playground and they was playing with the kids and stuff. And they picked up Raji. It's a wall on the playground, so they picked Raji up and they like, pretending like they walking away with her. Raji say bye, mommy. Say bye. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bye, Raji. But I'm walking. I'm walking with them, right? I'm like two steps behind them. I'm walking with them as they're walking her to the other side of the wall. And I'm like, oh, my Raji. And Kari must have heard me. So here he comes jumping, running around the thing. And by the time we get to the sidewalk, they on the other side of the wall. I'm standing there looking at them. But Kari, he didn't make it far enough to actually see her. Not knowing she's like literally just 3 steps in front of me. He stopped he stopped once he got to me. He started crying because he thought that they really took her. And I was like, oh baby, no, she's just right here. Like, nobody's taking our baby. Don't worry about it. She's just right here. Like, all you gotta do is turn around, you will see her. So he turned around and he saw her. I was like, don't worry, baby. I'll never let nobody take our baby. Pour some water on our sunflowers. They're growing. Y'all see them? Y'all see them? They're growing. The soil is moist, but I'm pour some more water anyway. Just because I don't think I want to finish the rest of this. I saw a little black speck floating in. I don't know. Thought I'm rinsed the bowl out good enough. I guess not. Um, yeah. So that happened. And then I'm like, yeah, it just feels like, weird or whatever. So it's time to leave the playground and walk to Walmart. And my job is like 9 o'clock now. Now it's 9 o'clock, like 9:20. And it's time to walk to Walmart. Walmart is like a 15-minute walk. And I'm like, you know, like I said, I'm used to taking this walk. I'm used to taking this walk around, after sundown. I'm not never worried. I'm not never tripping or whatever. So I'm walking and we're like almost there. We're like on the street that Walmart's on. And, I'm just looking up at the moon and I'm thinking in my mind and I'm talking to myself. And I turn around and I look and I see a guy walking. I see another person. I'm looking at my surroundings, watching my surroundings. I see a man walking behind us. But he's like a good distance away for me to, think that he's just casually on his own little walk or whatever. So we're walking and we're across the street from the jail. We're across the street from the jail. We're right here at Walmart. I'm looking like I can see Walmart. I can see the entrance to the Walmart parking lot. Like we're right here. So I'm just walking and I'm looking up at the moon. I'm talking to myself like, just talking to myself like, yeah, it's okay walking this late at night. You know, nothing usually happens to us. Well, we don't usually walk we don't be that late. Like we will leave the playground around 8:30. That's why I usually make sure. We don't usually leave around 9:30. Like we don't be that late. So I'm looking up at the moon. I'm just thinking and I'm just talking because I'm like, the night has already been kind of a little weird and I'm like feeling this weird vibe, but I'm just talking to the moon and I'm like, we safe wherever we go. Like nothing ever happens to us. We're always safe and stuff like that. So it's nothing, you know, nothing ever happens to us. And then that's when I turned around and I looked and I saw the man walking and he was a cool distance. But y'all, as soon as I turned back to look forward, I took like 3 steps, and then boom, the man come up behind me and he grabbed my ass. He grabbed my ass with both his hands. He gripped my and he pushed himself up on me and grabbed my ass with both hands. And I turned around and I swung at him. He took the fuck off. He took off. And I could do nothing but just scream at him. And so I screamed at him. I screamed like real loud and real long. I just stopped and I screamed real loud and real long, just so that anybody who was near could pay attention, and so that he knows, like, don't fuck with me. But he took all the way off. He was all the way at the other corner in a matter of fucking seconds. That man was out of there. He was gone. And I was like, yeah, you lucky, because I was about to fucking fight you. Right here, right now. I was gonna fucking fight you, nigga. He took the fuck off. I think it was just like, some bummy drunk ass nigga, like, oh, some stupid shit. Saw me, saw my ass, saw I was fat, and just wanted to fucking do some stupid shit. So I'm like, that happened, and I turn around and I look at my kids and we start walking. And I'm like, are y'all okay? And they like, yeah. And they was like, Carter's like, Mom, you scared me. And Roger was like, yeah, you scared. I was like, I scared you. And Roger was like, yeah, you scared me. And I said, I'm sorry. That's what you're supposed to do when it's a stranger. I said, he touched me. He touched your mommy booty. And I was like, that's what you do when it's stranger danger. You're supposed to scream. And I was like, yeah, he touched me. He touched me, and so I screamed because it was stranger danger. And we kept walking. And I looked up at the moon, and I was like, I see you, because I'm like talking to myself. First of all, I'm already sensing it's something weird in the air. And I'm literally talking to myself. Literally in the moment, I'm talking to myself, telling myself how we safe and nothing ever happens and blah, 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 blah. And then that happens. So I'm like, it's a test. It's a test to try to get me on my body, make me feel uncomfortable. Like, okay, it's like a test. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm talking to the moon, I'm telling the moon, like, we're always safe, nothing happens, we're always protected, blah, 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 blah. So, like, something happens to test me to see, like, okay, do you really believe what you're saying? Like, let me throw this situation at you. How are you going to react to it, and how are you going to feel about it afterwards? Are you going to feel scared? Are you going to feel unsafe? Are you going to feel unsettled? And it's like, no. I choose to not feel unsettled. I choose to not feel like I'm not safe. Like, if I feel like, I'm going to end up taking a walk at that time again, then I'm going to take that walk at that time again. But, it's always my goal to leave the house. Y'all, it was literally my original intention to leave the house around 5 o'clock so that we could make it to Walmart at 7 when the sun starts to go down. It was never my intention to walk at dark, but it just happened that way. So it's always going to be my intention to make it out and make it there before the sun starts going down. But it just happened that way. And if it happens that way again, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to let it, deter me from feeling safe in my own neighborhood. Like, I feel safe and I feel fine. And I know how to protect myself. And like I said, we are always protected. Nothing dangerous ever happens to us. And that wasn't a dangerous situation. That was a petty, weird ass whatever. That wasn't dangerous. So I'm not gonna feel like I'm in danger. I'm not gonna move like that. Like, I'm gonna move like I'm protected, like I always do. But yeah, that just weird thing happened the other night. I'm really running out of time here on the recorder, and my baby calling. So I'm gonna come back with more later. And so have a beautiful experience.